सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So you have started learning to chant the shlokas. Can you please chant the 2 shlokas? Shri Bhagwan Uvacha Maya
Saktana Partha Yogam Yunjanmadashrayam Asamshayam Samagramam Yata Yasyasitashramu Yanam Deham Savigyanam Idam Vakshyam Yasheshataha Yajyatva Meha Bhuyo Yate Yatavyam Avashishyate.
Good, very nice. So in this beautiful chapter, Lord Krishna, he starts with a promise. He says in this chapter, I am going to tell you how to know me completely. You already know me, you already know yourself also. But the problem is that I know myself incompletely. The very fact, we say, I am this, that is a proof that you already know about your own Atma. And at the same time, when you see this beautiful creation, when you go to some temples and such places which are associated with God, you say, yes, God, I bow down to you. I thank you. So you already know God also. You are a Jnani. You are a Jnani not only of yourself but also of God. But the problem here is that our knowledge, I know very humbly that it is not complete knowledge. In case if I probe about my own perceptions, my own identity, then I find that this is very superficial knowledge. And therefore superficial knowledge is no knowledge. Superficial knowledge is just like, taking the rope to be a snake. I know something is there. But you are afraid, you are running away, you are shivering, and all these kind of reactions are coming which need not take place at all. So it is incomplete knowledge. Incomplete knowledge alone brings about all the pains and sufferings and grief and whatnot. So this is what all the masters, they are telling us, that it is not that you don't know about yourself, but what you know about yourself is very superficial knowledge. And therefore, your knowledge about yourself is not helping you. But on the other hand, you are on an endless spree. You are running after making yourself more better. But the foundation itself is false. It's wrong. And every great thinker is validating this kind of principle. It is not merely Bhagwad Gita. It is not merely the Upanishads, the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Bhagwad, but every other great saint of the whole world. And every philosopher of the world, they are saying this, whatever we know ourselves to be is just like a dream. It's untruth. In case if you are basing, the foundation of your life is based on untruth, superficial truth, then God help you. Even God cannot help you. God cannot help your imaginations, which are so flimsy, which are so changing, which are without any foundation, which are untruth, which is just a figment of your imagination. How can God help you? Even God will not be able to help you. So first and foremost thing for all the people, all the wise people of the world is to just focus their attention to know the truth of themselves. And what is the complete truth of yourself? That is the subject matter of this chapter. So Bhagwan says, Asamshayam samagram mam yatha gyasya tashruno. Please listen carefully. Tashruno. I may not be getting a chance to repeat all these things. So please be careful. Listen all these things nicely. And thereafter Bhagwan goes further and says that in this chapter I am going to tell you Jnanam and Vijnanam. Whatever intellectual knowledge is required in order to know yourself completely, that is also in my agenda. I'm going to talk about all that. And not only intellectual knowledge, because intellectual knowledge will not help you. Intellectual knowledge will never liberate you. Just some information in your head is never going to bring about moksha. But it is necessary. Just as Google Map, when you have a Google Map in front of you, the entire navigation and the road map and turn left and turn right, that is a great help. In fact, after all these kind of software, they came into the world has become so easy, so convenient to travel here and there. Otherwise, at every turn, we have to ask, where is this road going? So somebody asks, where is this road going? So he says, I am 80 years old and this road has not gone anywhere. And you are asking, where will this road go? Road don't go anywhere. They are staying over only. But all these, maps and these softwares, they are very great help. But when I open Google Map and say I want to go to Delhi, which is the route to Delhi? So okay, take this road and turn like this and turn like that. And after that, I have reached Delhi. So, really? You have reached Delhi? It's just information. Information will never help you go to places where you want to go, where your dream is, where your aspirations are. But it is very necessary, very helpful. So that is called as Jnanam. And Vijnanam is when you reach the place and directly experience. So this is the connotation of this word Jnanam and Vijnanam in our scriptures, in Vedanta. So Vijnana is not a new word. Vijnana is a very, very old word and it has been borrowed from scriptures and Vedanta. And today, the scientists shamelessly use this word Vijnana without even giving due courtesy to it. There is copyright of this, it's patented word. But they are using all these words. They are using in a different sense altogether. I know you won't understand, but in Hindi, Vigyan word means, science. That is why I'm talking about this. In scriptures, in Vedanta, Vigyan is when you wake up. So your dream has to be Vigyan. Gyan is the first step and Vigyan is the culmination. It is the fulfillment. It is the summum bonum of all your aspirations. You realize the truth of yourself. That is what is called Vijnanam. So he promises, he says, Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshyami asheshataha, without leaving anything behind, anything which is worth knowing in this context. I assure you that I'm going to unfold this entire secret to you. And in case if you are attentive, in case if you are careful, if you really appreciate what I'm talking about, you will become omniscient. And what is omniscient? Omniscient is Sarvagya. Sarvagya is a person who knows everything which is worth knowing. I do not know everything, but I certainly know everything which is worth knowing. And there are so many things which are not worth knowing. Which party is going to win an election? Rubbish. I'm not interested. Guruji, there are elections in one of the very important states of India and tomorrow the results are going to be declared. What will be the result? He says, dustbin. I don't care a damn about that. Whatever good, whatever people like, that party will be there. So this is a democratic land. Whatever people wish, that is going to come. And finally, they are all made with the same clay. It doesn't make too much of a difference. And I'm not associated with any party. I've got no personal stakes whether this party is winning or that party is winning. So this is crap, rubbish. It doesn't matter. But there are certainly things, and there are other things also. What you're going to eat today, it doesn't matter. As long as I get something to eat, nice, healthy, tasty. That is all. So there are certain things, which are very important to know, and there are certain things which are not really very important to know. So he says, whatever is important to know, I can assure you that after this chapter, you will come to know that. Yaj gyatva nehai bhuyo nyat gyatavyam avashishyate. That which is worth knowing is called gyatavyam. Worth knowing. We should certainly strive, aim, and pray for knowing all those things which come under the category of Gyatavyam. Worth knowing. So that thing is being covered in this chapter. So therefore, from my side, it is very, very important chapter. And I'm so very happy that you are listening to this chapter, Arjuna. And all those people who are like Arjuna. All Arjunas, they are very blessed people. Because they are going to know something very important in life. So having said this, he goes further. Let us enter the third shloka of this chapter. I will chant and then you repeat it. And then we will see what Bhagwan is talking about. Manushyanam sahasreshu Kasched yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam Kaschin mam veti tattvataha. Before jumping onto the knowledge, Bhagwan is telling one more thing. Arjuna, I told you, be careful. Listen very carefully. And why I am telling that? It is because just see, the data which is available in the world. How many people are there on the planet today? Oh God, so many. Once I took Asanganand to Bombay. There he saw so many people on the road, in the market, in the train, in the bus, in the metro. He says, Guruji, I will never come back to Bombay again. I've never seen so many people traveling and they are not colliding with each other. Oh God, how can you survive in this city? How can you breathe fresh air? Luckily, it's just on the side of the ocean, Indian Ocean. Rather, it is Arabian Sea. And, that ocean is bringing all kind of clarity. Good air, something to breathe. But it is so terrible. So many people. And you have only seen one city. Come on, welcome to Calcutta. Welcome to Howrah and welcome to Bangalore. Oh God, terrible. How many people can travel? And when you focus your scope on entire India, which has got record today, the highest population on the planet of one country is nowadays India. First China was there first, India was second. India beat China. And it has become number one. At least we are number one in something. Otherwise, those fellows, they are very smart, very hardworking. They have changed their country. They have changed, the technology, and we respect them for whatever they have done to their own country and cities and places and trains and whatnot. That is worth respecting. But India and China together, the whole world on one side, the population of these two countries, they feed everyone. I went to Russia once. There, miles and miles you keep on traveling on the train, there is no one. Empty lands, empty places. So less people there. Here even one village will be enough to cover the entire place. The productivity of Indian people, it's very good. So there are so many people in the world. I don't know, from the statistics point of view, the entire world is today 6 billion, I think. 8 now, okay. Latest data, 8. 8 billion people. And here Bhagwan says, Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Out of the thousands and lakhs and millions of people on the planet, have you ever done any research and checked out how many people they want Atmagyan? How many people want to know the truth? Everybody has got this notion that I already know the truth. You just follow my dictates, you just follow my instructions, and then you will also become great one day. So they are so confident about their knowledge. living in a fool's paradise, living in a dream world, and think that the ultimate truth also they know. What is the dream of Elon Musk? To go to Mars. He's already selling plots in Mars. And stupid people, they are buying, investing. I want to go to Mars. His world is only till Mars. He cannot think about Venus also. What to talk about all the galaxies thereafter. So everybody, this is the human mind. They have some information. They have some, notion of certain things which are extremely important in life. Fine, it is for your business, for your relationship, for your comfort, for your gratifications, for your prosperity, for your security. You are such an insecure person. I don't know what all you want for your security. When a person is craving for security and money and wealth outside, just imagine how insecure the guy is. In case if you don't get all these things, what do you get? Hospital card number so and so. You are a regular patient, a patient of hypertension, palpitation, heart problem, and all kind of things. And this is what you call success? You should realize that you do not know the truth. There are very few people who realize that I do not know the truth. Everybody, majority people on the planet, they are thinking that I am already very, very intelligent, very wise person. So confident in them. And finally, the definition, the identity of that person is just a small, limited individuality. Is the individuality your truth? Is this your knowledge? Well, Bhagwan says, let them be happy, I don't mind, it is their life. Why should I bother? But they will always be insecure and they will always be seeking and seeking. Very few people, I'm telling you, the God himself is saying, he's watching from heavens and seeing that, so many, very less people, they know that they don't know. How many people know that I do not know? Bhagwan says, very minuscule. Manushyanam sahasreshu, out of thousands. Kaschit yatati siddhaye. Kashit means very rare few. Aspire to know the truth of their life. They are living in this world. They are living beings. But they don't know anything about what is life. They've just been brainwashed with something or the other. Some people, very smart people, they have affected my mind so thoroughly that I am hypnotized by all that kind of thing. And I think this alone is the truth. So very less people. Humility is a great quality. Humility born out of ignorance. Ignorance is the realization that there are so many things that are worth knowing in life. In case if there is no humility of one's own ignorance, born out of one's own ignorance, you're never going to become a wise man in this whole life. You may have been blessed with a human being, human life, but it's not an accident. Knowing the truth is not an accident. It has to be a very conscious, deliberate, hard work, intelligent work. Only therefore, rare few people in any country, in any society, very few people they know. Let us take the example of our own classes. Suppose there are 100 students in my class. How many really understand what is being talked about? Majority, they come to enjoy there and have a nice time. But only few people, they pass out with flying colors. Only few people, they get distinctions and satisfaction of their own teachers. Very few. So that is the truth of life also. God has blessed us with human life. But majority, they are not interested. And therefore, when I'm not interested, then how am I going to get knowledge? I keep on pursuing my, dreams, my aspirations, my wishes. And I think, that will be good enough. So that's making a joke of human life. That is not the truth. Bhagwan says, very less people, Arjuna. What a tragedy. Very less people, they don't want to know the truth. I know. I know what has to be known. So this is how he starts this third shloka. Manushyanam sahasreshu kashid yatati siddhaye. Here, yatna means to do effort, to do sadhana. Yatna for what? To become siddhaye, to become siddha. Siddha is one who has truly fulfilled one's life. And fulfillment, it has to be appreciated very nicely. What is true fulfillment? Guruji, if I get a good bank balance, if I got millions and billions, suppose, I'll not talk about billions. Million is enough for me. You can give me million, that is all. And a good house and some few people in life, maybe a good wife, a good husband, and of course, some good children. And some means, few dozens. Elon Musk has got 12 wives and 23 children. And how many houses? God knows how many houses. But that fellow can afford all these wives. Wives, they're very costly commodities. But he can afford all that. And therefore, he is on a spree of getting more and more. Wherever he goes, he gets few of them. So there are people, what is Siddhi? Siddhi is achievement. Siddhi is to become fulfilled. Think yourself. It's your life. Define Siddhi properly. Don't think that, just money, prosperity, all these things, it can be equated with Siddhi. It is not. It's stupid. Suppose, the government people come to know that you have stacked about 1 million people in your house. Are you going to get good sleep also? Only your locks and doors will become bigger and bigger. Your security cameras will become bigger and bigger. And they are more smarter than you. Robbers will be aiming at your house. The satellites will be honing to your place. And all the kind of people. And of course, people, sitting in other places will always be, trying to rob you, trying to take away your money. And if suppose you can save yourself, government is there to tax you. That is official gunda. They have got license to take money from you. Other people, they don't have license, therefore they have got to come in the dark. That is not Siddhi. Siddhi, suppose you get all the gratifications in life, all the pleasures in life to enjoy. Is that Siddhi? Guruji, looks like a dream world. I get all the kind of pleasures and gratifications and comforts. Wow, lovely. Is that Siddhi? He said, think twice. And if you do not know, if you are smart enough, you should always try to go and see those people who have already got that. Are they really fulfilled? It is not Siddhi. Siddhi is not that you have to depend on something to be fulfilled. What is Siddhi? You don't have to depend on anything to be fulfilled because you are fulfilled. In case if I have to depend on anything for fulfillment, then I am a dependent fellow. And why you should be dependent? Because you are insecure. So every person should be given this lesson in life that what is true Siddhi? What is real fulfillment? What is Param Purushartha? What is the ultimate goal of human life? So we think, getting this, getting that, enjoying this, getting some good relationships and good company and good companion in life. Wow, that will be a dream life. Please bless me. Bless you for what? Getting some good companion and friend and relative. And thereafter they lived happily thereafter. Behind the car, that is what is written. Really? Visit that house after 5 years. 5 years is too long. 3 years after 3 years you can hang on to each other without any problems. Still, people, they are taking their lives so lightly. They don't even know what is real Siddhi. In Advaita Vedanta, the fundamental foundation of philosophy is Advaita. That is why it is called Advaita Vedanta. As long as you are in Dvaita, you have to be dependent. And two limited things, finite things alone are interdependent. And in case if you start with this premise in your life that this is what you are, then you have filled in life. You've got a human life, the ultimate thing in the whole planet, in the whole creation. The human life is such precious. But just because of wrong understanding of the word Siddhi, your life is gone. What is Siddhi? Siddhi is that you become complete. The word I, this I becomes infinite, limitless, complete. And what is the implication of that? Implication is that I don't have to seek anything. In case if you don't have to seek anything, you're always fulfilled. Wherever you go, fulfillment will be there. You exude fulfillment. You exude security. You exude love. Because you are that. And that is what, when we study the various kind of lakshanas of men of knowledge, or even Bhagwan himself. Wherever he goes, Ayodhya is there itself. He goes to forests, he goes to, various saints. He is an embodiment of fulfillment. And when it comes to us, there are so many insecurities. In case if your understanding is of this kind, then you are already a failure. You have not understood life properly. Your education has not been good enough. Your education is all about trying to accrue whatever you can from outside. Get more and more from outside, that is smartness. Look how smart I am. What all things I have got in my life. All what is required. Guruji, you are smart. One fellow in Indore, he comes to ashram, says, Swamiji, in 1996, when you started the ashram, I remember you at that time. You just had 1 or 2 rooms over here. And suppose we came, you didn't have enough 5 glasses to share give water to anybody. You were a poor old man, poor young man rather. Then he comes to me after 30 years. He says, Swamiji, you're a smart fellow. You have got so many rooms and so many glasses, and now not only you can give water to everybody, but cold water, hot water, all the kind of waters. Sweet water and not sweet water, salty water and sour water, pani puri water, every kind of water you can give today. And you are so prosperous, happy. He said, you are evaluating my life from these parameters. Nothing, I have not earned anything. I have not strived for anything. These things have come to me unasked. Can you believe it? No, I can never believe that. Because nothing comes to me without asking. I have to work so hard and then alone things come to me. So Bhagwan says that, no, please understand what is real Siddhi. Siddhi is that you realize yourself to be complete. Which in Vedantic scriptures we say that I am Atma Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. In case if you can dare to declare this, that Aham Brahmasmi, you are Siddha. Otherwise you are limited fellow, insecure, so many fears you have. You see people, 8 fingers, 16 rings. Even in legs they have ring. In the neck they have some thread hanging. Black thread, red thread, white thread. All different kind of omens, they have to ward off. They have to assure that no kind of evil can ever come to me. And therefore, where should I tie the next thread? In my stomach? In my legs? No, in my arms. One of the places, such fearful, insecure fellows, and they are trying to show that they are very strong. Your string, your thread is showing how fearful you are, how afraid you are, how petty you are, how insecure. And situations reveal very quickly the fears and insecurities of various people. Do I want to continue living like this? Insecurity and still, patting your back that I'm a successful man. No, this is not Siddhi. Think again. Your life is very precious. Your life is very important. If you don't get the meaning of the word Siddhi properly, then you are doomed to failure. Definitely your life is a failure just because you don't understand the meaning of Siddhi. So don't try to strive to get anything from outside. That is secondary. That is easy. That's not very difficult. Even ignorant and stupid, insecure people can make money. And more insecure you are, greater you will get the money. That is the truth. You know who are rich people? Who don't spend, who cannot spend. They just accumulate. And because they keep on accumulating, they become rich man. And when it comes to people like me, I can never accumulate because I don't want to accumulate. I am being taken care of by the master of the creation. And he's been taking care of me very nicely. In fact, nowadays my agenda is not to get, but to somehow shed some kilograms. I have to drop some weight. That is the kind of blessing which I am getting in life. What to talk about getting money and getting things? No pleasures, no gratifications, no security from outside. I'm free from all those things. I'm free from those thoughts also. In fact, I've forgotten how to sign. Because it has been years I have never signed my bank papers. I do have a bank account. Because I started with that. But some time back, my CA sent some papers. He says, Swamiji, please sign. I said, I cannot sign. I've forgotten how to sign. You please excuse me, my sign will not be same again. He says, no, you do anything. Otherwise, start using your thumb. I says, yes, biometrics is fine. You can scan my iris, so you can take my thumb imprints. But I'm not interested. Anything, I'm free from all that. But I've got a dream. I've got obsession. I have got passion. I have got an agenda to know the truth of life and to know the truth of myself. And I'm open to any wise people and any of their wise teachings also. That's my life. That's my agenda. And I'm very, very blessed with Vedanta and my teachers of Vedanta. So what is Siddhi? Siddhi is Aham Brahmasmi. Siddhi is Atmagyan. Know yourself. That is the only thing which is sustaining in life. There's nothing there. Everything is perishable. After some time, everything will become your memory. And memory loss is also there. Even when things become memory, God forbid, something happens, forgot. Who am I? Where am I? Memory loss is also there. So don't go after all these things. Simplify your lives. We are blind believers of the world. We think that the world is smart, we think that the world is intelligent, and in this very world, the most intelligent people, they are never any leaders or all these kind of people. Wise people. Aim for that. So Bhagwan says, what a tragedy, what a travesty. Very rarely people, they are striving even to know the truth. Everybody has got the notion, I'm very smart, I know. I can get my work done. I can earn money. I'm smart enough to, certainly earning money is good enough, smart enough. It's not the real thing. My definition of money is that live your life in such a way that you don't have to run after money, money should run after you. Is it possible? It's very difficult, but I think, if you are saying it is possible, it may be. I tell you, I've got a doctor here. He's so busy, doctor, that if you go to him, you get appointment after 1 month. You've got problems. But he's giving you appointment after 1 month. Maybe you're going to die in 1 month. He says, I'm so sorry. There are already people who are suffering so much that I've given them time, promise. In Bombay, I had gone, one doctor was giving appointment after 6 months. There's a person having diabetes. And there was a very good doctor, a Gujarati doctor. He said, I want only directions and medicines from that doctor. But that doctor is giving me in January, he's giving me in July. Yes, you can come on 15th July to me. 15th July. Well, say, yes, this year only, not next year. I said, thank goodness. He doesn't have to run after patients. Patients run after him. You excel yourself in any field in such a way that people run after you. Anything, whether it is, good medical advice, good engineer, good architect, good lawyer. In case if you really excel in your field, you are devoted in your field, you give your heart and soul to your work, then people will run after you. They'll pay you anything. Doctor, I just want advice from you only. Money it doesn't matter. So there are people, because of good karmas, good knowledge, they can manage their lives in such a way that you don't have to run after money. This teaching that you'll run after money, get more and more money, it's only small-minded people will give you this advice. Otherwise, people who really love and care about you, they'll say, learn to live with dignity, with love, with hard work. Whatever you do should be done with your heart and soul. At least aim for that. And ultimately, your life should always aim to wake up to the truth of life. Life is very tricky. So Bhagwan says that when I'm looking from heavens, I'm looking at the entire planet, all the human beings, billions of them. Very rarely the people want to know the truth. Everybody's got the notion, I'll already know the truth. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. Very rare few people here and there, and they can be in any country. Sincere people are everywhere, but very less. And good class of people, they're always less. So never worry that you don't have a lot of company. In my city, there are no people who are studying Vedanta. He says, yes. Exquisite clubs, they have limited memberships. Very less membership. And where the masses are there, stupid fellows, you will have all the crowd there. So don't worry about the fact that there are so many less people in the world, they are striving for truth. Why do you want to check? Why do you want to check whether the majority they want this knowledge or not? Are you not sure about yourself? If you are sure about your convictions that knowledge has to be gained, acquired, then it doesn't matter whether the people they are following or not following. Yeah? So very less people they know that they are ignorant and therefore they want to know the truth. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatate siddhaye. And Arjuna, I'll tell you one more secret. Yatatam api siddhanam, those who few people, very limited people who are striving for knowledge. Very good people, noble people, lovely people, sincere people, humble people, inquisitive people, pursuing great and higher knowledge all the time, getting the company of wise men, having an open mind to learn from every side. There's a mantra in the Vedas that let noble thoughts come to me from every side. I am for knowledge, valid knowledge. And any great person anywhere, I'll very humbly try to study his works and try to know the truth. So, there are few people who are sincere, who want to know the knowledge. But there is one tragedy, a very unfortunate fact, that those who are striving, sincere people, some swamis, some sannyasis, having big beard and long locks of hair, or maybe no hair. Different kinds are there, depending upon different sects. Some have that kind of thing. They have an identity. They have, their own traditions. So whatever they are sincere people striving to know the truth, devotees of God. So there is no doubt about that. But do you know what the problem is? Yatatam api siddhanam. All these people who are sincerely striving to know the truth. It's an unfortunate data, very unfortunate information. Very few come to know me. Just because I am a sannyasi, don't think that I am omniscient, I know the truth. Not guaranteed. Chances are there, I know. Chances are there, I do not know. There are so many swamis. My own shishyas are there. Very sincere, very devoted, but still confused. So it's the truth of life. And therefore, they keep on pursuing, they keep on inquiring, they keep on meditating. Because very less people, they know the ultimate truth, samagram. Complete knowledge is not easy to get. Bhagwan himself is saying, before elaborating on that, before giving out the secrets of right knowledge, he is warning us. He is telling us that, Arjuna, don't be complacent in this pursuit, in this inquiry, because it is a fact of life, very few people, they wake up to the reality. There was one Shankaracharya. One Shankaracharya. He became such a knowledgeable person that he became passionate to tell about the wisdom to the whole world. And there are so many shishyas, nice devoted ones, but not one like him again. There was one Lord Krishna, such knowledgeable, that he gave this whole Bhagwad Gita to Arjuna effortlessly. But it's not easy to get the same one again. So also in any country, in any tradition, few people, they get knowledge very nicely. It's so difficult to communicate that knowledge to others. The very fact that there are few people who are siddhas, who are achievers, who have attained, who are awakened, they are Buddha. Buddha means the awakened one. So those who are really awakened ones, they are very rare, Arjuna. You know what does this show? That it is possible. The very fact that there are at least some people who have achieved in life, who have woken up to the truth of life and themselves, that itself is a proof that I can do it and you can do it. So there is a positive side of this fact, this data, that even though to get the knowledge may be very difficult and tricky, it's not really difficult, it's very simple. Knowledge has to be simple. Atma Gyan has to be simple. It is too simple. And therefore we miss it. And in case if there are few people, they have woken up, it's an assurance that you can also do it. All of us can wake up to that reality. Why? Because here is a human being, he has woken up. It is possible. But at the same time, there is another aspect to this information that it is not easy. If you take this thing lightly, then sorry, you waste your life. Are you doing a meditation regularly? No, Guruji, whenever I don't have headache, at that time I do. Achha. You're going for satsang, you're studying some scriptures, studying Gita. No, not really. What to tell? You know, I can't tell lies to you at least. I can tell lies to my friend, but to you I don't lie generally. I do not study regularly. Then how do you think that you are going to get knowledge? No, Guruji, when I go for drive at that time, you tell me a few nice things and that is my Gita. That is my knowledge. Just as Arjuna, he gave Bhagwad Gita to Arjuna on the battlefield, my Guruji gave me Gita in the car. While I was crossing the ghat and somehow navigating the maddening crowds of the village, at that time I got Gita. Okay. Chances are very less. Arjuna later on even meditated. Do you really take it so seriously? That you are taking a day off and even meditating on these revealed truths of life. The revealed truth come and go away. They pass through Khalistan, from one ear to another ear, and inside it is Khalistan. Khali. Empty space. Do you think, you get knowledge like that? Look at the lives of people who have really achieved in life. The kind of dedication, sincerity they showed. The kind of tyag they exhibited in life in order to get knowledge. I'm talking about the data, statistics. The statistics are there, 8 billions, not even 80 lakhs pursuing knowledge. It's less than 0.001%. And out of that people, out of that percentage, 0.001 is able to get knowledge. The fact is that the good news is some people, they are getting the knowledge. There are enlightened people in the world. People born as human beings, but they became enlightened. That is the positive side of this information. But all others, they failed. They missed out. They missed the train, they missed the bus somehow. And the opportunity is lost. There is no guarantee that you will be a thoughtful human being thereafter. It's a very lucky chance. So, Kaschan Mam Veti Tattvataha Yatatam api siddhanam Kaschan Mam Veti Tattvataha. All those people who are sincerely striving, not occasionally striving, dedicated for this goal. Not that I want to know other things, but Atma Gyan also I can do with it. In case if I get Atma Gyan without pursuing, by lucky draw, just like lottery, I got Atma Gyan also. And you don't want it. There is no place for Atma Gyan in your heart. In your heart of hearts, if I pursue, if I explore, there are certain other things. I don't know, in some corner somewhere, Atma Gyan may be there. But that is not the way to get anything in life. So what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't want you to get worried. I want you to become sincere. I want you to be positive that maybe you are those 1 in the billion people. Maybe the next Shankaracharya, you are there in front of me. You become that Shankaracharya. God knows. Why not? I'm already Brahma. I just have to know that. So you can do it. But you need to be very humble, very sincere, and very focused. So with this kind of foundation, Bhagwan now starts the discourse. He now starts revealing that truth which he says that I am going to talk about. So from shloka number 4, he starts talking about some very fundamental principles of life and ourselves. So let us read that shloka and then we will see that. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kham mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti amme bhinna prakriti rashtadha apareyamitastvanyam Prakritim vedhi me param Jiva bhutam mahabaho Yayedam dharyate jagat Etad yonini bhutani Sarvani tyupadharaya Aham kritsnasya jagataha Prabhava pralayastadha So he says, before you know me, know my Prakriti. Prakriti is, common word is nature. What is all those things? Nature, beautiful nature. The mountains, the trees, the animals, the birds, the people, and the planets, and the skies, and what is all this? Nature. What all comes under nature? In order to know the truth of yourself and the truth of God Himself, first let us try to appreciate what is the word Prakriti. Prakriti is the word which is in the scriptures, and a very rough translation of Prakriti is nature. It's not a very good translation, but we can have a rough translation. He says, on the face of it, there is only one nature. But really speaking, when you look at the whole creation, there are two divisions in this Prakriti. There is one Prakriti which is called Apara Prakriti. And there is another Prakriti which is called Para Prakriti. So you need to understand both these things properly. This is the secret of Jnanam. That which Bhagwan promised that I'll tell you Jnanam and Vijnanam. So this is the subject matter of Jnanam, Prakriti. And there are two kinds of Prakriti. Have you ever seen two kinds of Prakriti? Or only one Prakriti? He says, no, whatever I see, I just call it Prakriti. When I drive on the mountain, I say, look at the Prakriti. Okay, good. That is Prakriti, all right. But have you ever imagined that there are two Prakritis? No, I have never imagined. This is Bhagwan says, I'll tell you. So there is one Prakriti which is called Apara Prakriti, another is called Para Prakriti, and the word Prakriti means Prakrishta Kriti, a very nice manifestation. It was not always there. Whenever we use the word Prakriti, means it is Kriti, it's created. Kriti means that which is created. Prakriti, very nicely created. Prakrishta, Prakrishta means excellent, awesome. When the creation is awesome, at that time we say, look at the beautiful nature, Prakriti. Alexei keeps on sending some stories to me on the telegram. Lovely mountains of Georgia. And of course, so many cities, the lights and towers and whatnot. That thing, I don't see beauty in that. I see mountains. I see flowers. I see on the beautiful faces of children. I see beauty in whatever God has created, not man has created. What man has created is never out of love. Like Eiffel Tower in Paris, it's not out of love, it's out of arrogance that we have won. Somebody won the war and as a monument they created that tower. So I see arrogance there. I see victory there. Okay, that is a different thing, but the beauty of nature. Wow. When your child is smiling, see the beauty of that? When the bird is chirping, when the sun is rising, when the flower is blooming, when the wind is wafting, close my eyes. Beautiful. Nature is awesome. So there is one Prakriti which is made out of matter. Anything which is made out of matter is called Apara Prakriti. And in the matter, there is something which is not there anywhere, it's not going to be there every time also. It is the manifestation of life in that. Today, you are a living being. Your personality may be good, you may be very beautiful, handsome person, and you good eyes and good nose and good ears and good face. So all that thing is Apara Prakriti, made out of matter. And after some time, after a few years, I say, your nose is like this. What happened? Guruji, I got an accident. Okay, fine. Apara Prakriti has changed. But deep inside, the same loving fellow is there. Same caring person is there. Thoughtful person is there. So there is a living being inside. The manifestation of life is there. Do you see that? Such a class apart, such a different category altogether. And you say you are categorizing everything into one club, nature. Well, my dear, there are two kinds of nature. Inert nature made out of matter and the life which is manifesting out of these things. That life which is manifesting out of different kind of gross manifestations. That life is called Para Prakriti. Apara Prakriti is that which is made out of matter and it will go back into the matter. But Para Prakriti is the manifestation of life. Para Prakriti is that which manifests as consciousness, as awareness, as feelings, as thoughts. And that your camera can never capture. You may be trying to capture life, nature, but can you ever capture the emotions and the thoughts of people? You can feel them, you can appreciate them. So in case if you want to know about me, then first try to appreciate the two categories of matters. And when he says matter, the Apara Prakriti, he says, you know what all constitutes the Apara Prakriti? What all things, come together and make Apara Prakriti? He says Apara Prakriti is made out of 8 components. 8 things. 5 and 3. 8. What are these 8 things? He says 5 are the fundamental Mahabhutas, Pancha Mahabhutas, 5 basic elements. Earth, water, fire, air, and space. These are the words which we use for fundamental matters. We could have used any word. But these are the words which the masters have used for the 5 great elements. Anything which is made out of these 5 elements is called Panchamahabhutas. But apart from these 5 basic elements, ahankarati yame mano buddhi eva. Apart from that, even in this Apara Prakriti, mind is there. Mind is the various thoughts which are flowing. The flow of thoughts is called mind. Mind is not brain. Your brain may be there, but in sleep it becomes quiet. So brain can be there, but mind can be quiet. So also, whenever we are awake at that time, we will be thinking about so many things. When there is a flow of thought, that is called as mind. And second is buddhi. We have this unique capacity called the power of discrimination. We can think about various thoughts. Whether to go or not to go, whether to eat or not to eat, whether to do or not to do. At that time, we deliberate, we think, and we come to some decision. This capacity to come to some decision after inquiring the different facets of a particular situation, this capacity is called buddhi. It's intelligence. Nowadays, in today's world, everybody is talking about artificial intelligence. And buddhi has NI. What is NI? Natural intelligence, right? So this is artificial intelligence, which Google Gemini is giving us. When Chat-GPT is telling us, as Microsoft Copilot is helping us, and that is AI, artificial intelligence. It's a great thing, a human achievement. Very complex calculations, they come and they help us in our day-to-day lives. That's good enough. But in every human being, in every physical manifestation, there is this capacity called buddhi, which has inherent intelligence. An intelligence to such an extent that we have made AI. And I can make AI. So that buddhi is part of Apara Prakriti. Not only the mind, intellect, but there's also one more thing which is called ahankar. I am the doer. I will do it. I have done this, I have done that. Bhagwan says, Arjuna, even that is part of Apara Prakriti. Apara Prakriti is made out of 5 elements, and together they bring about our mind, intellect, and ego. Individuality. This thing is the Apara Prakriti. And what is Para Prakriti? Para Prakriti is the life which is infused in this entire system. And therefore it can be existing fact. It can exist. How can anything exist without existence? How can anything live without being blessed by life? So this fellow, this intellect and this mind and this ego is very active. because it is blessed with life. So that which is infusing, which is blessing, this Apara Prakriti to exist and to act, to live, and it is manifesting as life in everyone effortlessly. Have the capacity to see that. It's divine nature. The word nature is not sufficient now. You need to have a very fine intellect and understanding in order to see Para Prakriti everywhere. And I'm going to tell you about these two things further. Why it is called Para and why it is called Apara. So that we will see tomorrow. Today we stop here with this introduction that Bhagwan is telling about the whole creation. He has classified the entire nature into two categories, Apara and Para. So what all comes under Apara, you should check out, read, study all these things properly. And Jiva Bhutam Mahabhavo Yeyedam Dharyate Jagat. This Para Prakriti is very, very interesting. Very few people even know. They are nature, all nature. Have you seen nature of this kind? Have you really appreciated the component of life in everything? Bhagwan saying this is what really sustaining everything. Yayedam dharyate jagat. This life component in you, that is what is really sustaining your entire apparatus, your system. It's such awesome thing. And there's something more awesome about that. What is that? Tomorrow. Not today. Because it's a very nice topic and I don't want to take it lightly. We'll go with ample amount of time at our disposal, so we'll keep that as subject matter for tomorrow's discourse. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om Namah Parvati Har Har Mahadev Narmade Har Bolo Ganga Ki